This is our story of building Amelia Manor, a chaotic montage. Finding the home was kind of random. We never wanted to purchase a home in Reading, but we would frequently look on Zillow for houses for sale just for fun. I was instantly taken by the beauty of the pictures of the outside of the place, which you can see in other videos on our page. I sent the listing to Ellie just for fun, and we decided to contact the listing agent to see if we could take a look inside. From there, it seems like everything just fell into place magically. The home was listed as a HUD home, which we knew nothing about. Apparently, because Dwayne died and had no one to survive him, the house was turned over to the Department of Housing and Urban Development. That meant that the house was not being sold by a private seller. Instead, it was being sold by the government. They essentially canceled the mortgage and sold it at cost to anyone who was buying as a first-time home. This fact also cut out any investors who were looking to purchase the home and then flip it to sell it at a higher cost. Reading is full of sharks like that, and so before we knew these facts about the house, we thought there was no way we would get it. But the house was put up for auction, where anyone who met that criteria was able to submit an offer. So we somewhat blindly submitted a lowball offer, hoping against the odds we would get the place. Turns out there was a glitch in the system, and the HUD department listed an incorrect time by which offers must be submitted. But miraculously, we had submitted our offer in time. That meant that we were one of the only standing offers, and the government simply used an algorithm to decide who placed the highest bid. So our lowball offer was accepted. We decided to pursue a home-style renovation loan so that we could make some renovations to the house before we moved in. Actually, it wasn't before we moved in, it was more like as we were living there. But we were able to renovate the back half of the house and then block that off to live in while the rest of the house was being renovated. As anyone who's renovated a home will tell you, we ran into so many issues along the way, especially when it came to budget and design and how to match the two. It felt like we had to hold our design choices with an open hand, because every time we made a choice, the budget would change or something would shift, and then that option would become impossible. But it really taught us to think on our feet and be open to different options. I think the kitchen design changed probably 10 different times based on the available materials and the budget we had to work with. It really stretched my design capacity and forced me to think about things from a different angle. Our goal with the renovation was always to keep the unique parts of the house and the things that made it so beautiful and like Dwayne. As you know from our page, we love to preserve history and especially to find out things about Dwayne, the previous owner. So we tried our best to keep that 17th century French style that he so painstakingly developed throughout the house, while at the same time mixing in our own style that we call Art Deco meets Jungalow House of Horrors. Over the course of the last year, slowly but surely, and it's all still a work in progress, we've been able to make the house into what we like to call our secret garden home. We're still discovering new things about the house every day, and it feels like Dwayne is showing us all the secrets that he built into the house himself. In a news article written about the house years ago, Dwayne is quoted as saying, "I love to make little spaces and then be in them." I just love that sentiment.